Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that goes beyond gossip. Because when a mother breaks her silence, it's no longer about rumors, but about a desperate cry. Gulsum Yaman, mother of the actor Can Yaman, has made a strong statement. That woman is dimming my son's light. She's talking about Sara, the mysterious partner of the actor, who has been the focus of attention, criticism, and now real concern. Can Yaman, once a brilliant young man who went from being a disciplined lawyer to an international star, now seems trapped in a relationship that, according to his mother, is not love, but a dangerous illusion. His flashy public appearances, theatrical gestures, forced smiles, all contrast with the emptiness in his eyes. What happened to the man who used to prioritize his career above all? Gulsum reflects what many fans already feared. Can has drifted from his essence, his true friends, his family, everything that kept him grounded. I don't see his old friends anymore. They've disappeared one by one, replaced by shallow connections, she admits sadly. Sara presence, instead of offering stability, has raised more questions than answers. What does she really do? Does she bring anything beyond parties, social media, and superficial glamour? Her constant presence seems to have even hurt Can's professional image, as producers now describe him as unpredictable and inconsistent. And while the media speculate, his mother can no longer remain silent. She, who knows him better than anyone, hears a sorrow in his voice that wasn't there before. She knows he's not well. That's why she speaks out, not just as a mother, but as the last person who still believes that her son can come back to who he truly is. The question on everyone's mind is a painful one. Is Can Yaman happy? Maybe the answer is close. Either he gets lost deeper in the shadow of a love that erases him, or he manages to find his light again. Because, as his mother says, there's still something real shining inside him. He just has to remember who he is, and who truly loves him. Dear Can, your fans, your family, we're all still waiting for you. There are things that can't be silenced anymore, even if you've tried to understand. I used to admire Demet Özdemir deeply. Her presence on screen, her transparent look, that mix of sweetness and strength made her unique. But lately, that image seems to be fading, as if the real Demet got lost in a sea of contradictory choices. Demet no longer feels as genuine. There's now a coldness in her words and actions that's hard to ignore. Some call it empowerment or growth, but to me, it looks more like a disconnect from her roots. And when a woman forgets where she came from, the danger of losing herself becomes real. This isn't about judging her love life, it's about the message she sends. How can a woman who is still married appear with someone else as if nothing matters? Where's the emotional responsibility? The respect for those around her, for her growing child, for herself? Sharing so much of her private life publicly doesn't seem like freedom, but a desperate move to stay relevant. And that's where I can no longer defend her. Everything she does is under the spotlight, and she allows it, promotes it, uses it as a tool to keep her image alive. But this exposure comes with a cost. The connection with her audience is fading. The spark she once had is dimming. The woman who once embodied elegance and discretion now seems to move through murky waters. She's changed. She no longer speaks with empathy. She no longer guards her image. Everything feels colder, more superficial. When did simplicity stop being enough? When did headlines become more important than credibility? And the way she handled her story with Can Yaman hurts the most. We thought she had moved on with grace, but seeing her now, provocative and distant, it seems she hasn't let go, as if she's still trying to prove something to him or hurt him back, but the only one she's hurting is herself. Many justify her actions in the name of female independence, but a truly free woman doesn't need to trample on her past to move forward. She doesn't need to fake an image of power if it means losing empathy and coherence. Demet seems to be acting a role, and it's harder and harder to tell where the actress ends and the person begins. Some criticize Sara, Can's current partner, for taking advantage of his fame. But honestly, hasn't Demet done the same over and over again?
using every relationship, every controversy to stay on top. It's painful to say, but many of her choices feel more calculated than heartfelt. And I say this not with resentment, but with genuine sadness, because I know she's talented, capable, full of light. But now that light feels dim. It no longer moves us. It's as if she's been swallowed by the very system she once challenged. And if she doesn't stop in time, she'll become just a memory, admired for who she was, not who she is. I hope there's still time for her to reconnect with herself, to choose with her heart, not her ego. Because when the media moves on, when silence replaces the applause, that's when she'll face her truth. And I hope by then it's not too late. The Demet we knew didn't need to provoke to be seen. Her strength was in her emotional intelligence, in her gaze, in her ability to connect with her audience through truth. But now, between filters and rehearsed lines, all of that seems to have faded. Where did that authenticity go? Some will say she's exploring, that she has the right to change and reinvent herself. And they're right. But the problem isn't change itself. It's the price she seems to have paid. Because in the process, she's left behind not just her style, but part of her essence. Social media no longer inspires, but confuses. Fans no longer comment with pride, but with longing. They ask, is this still the same woman who once cried over a project that touched her soul? It hurts to write this, because there's no resentment here, just deep sadness. Sadness to see someone once so in touch with her values, now seemingly lost in a game of appearances. Some even suggest her new image hides unresolved wounds, a constant need for validation, a silent fear of fading away. And maybe they're right.